I've got it. I've got it. Revelation's Rosetta Stone. No, this is a blueprint from a job that worked on a long time ago, maybe 25 years ago. What I do have is an observation about the way that Revelation is written. That is like this. What we would encounter, we subcontracted putting in log accent work on hundreds of different buildings over the years. And we would meet with a general contractor, go into the office, the blueprints on the table, maybe 10 or 15, 20 pages of blueprint, and we're going back and forth through the pages, looking at different aspects of the building. You might look at the basement and then look at something on the roof and then look at something in the entryway, and there's a log truss that goes here and there's log handrail that goes over there, and we're looking to make sure the backing's in place and that so we understand what they want, and that for us a big deal was having nothing in the way to get what we needed in there and to have the backing in place. That was really important because all of this stuff, you know, it required it to be mounted, to be strong, and all of. Anyhow, the book Revelation, I believe, I'm quite convinced that it's written not sequentially. It just doesn't go chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then sequentially laid out. I think it is like when we would go into, to the general contractor, into his office, and the blueprints laying there, and we're going back and forth, like in Revelation, going back and forth, gathering up information. Information is being delivered to us. He's delivering information to us about his plan, his purpose, God's plan, God's purpose, and showing us different parts of it that we need to understand when we get there. We might not understand really well before we get there, but something happens and you go, oh, that's what he meant. There it is right there. He told us, okay? There's a point where a lot of this stuff gets clear. But seeing some of the stuff, and it's like there's something here, but in order to see it, he described it from here, and then maybe a chapter or two later he comes back to the same point, and he comes over here so we can look at it from a different direction, and we can see it from a different aspect and see and better understand, but it's from a different viewpoint. And then he might show another connective item to it, but to see that, he's got to come back and maybe go forward or back in time to show us so we can see what it is that we couldn't see from the place we were at before. And so much of that book is written in that manner, different parts of God's plan, and how he sees how the enemy is going to do X, Y, and Z, along the way, and warning us about this, and seeing from one point, and then pages later, you see it from a different point, and then he gives us a viewpoint from a different spot, and along the way, we see how it was laid out, and how we were warned about this, and what we were supposed to do, at this point over here, to be ready to do this, to counterattack or to do. But it's definitely not chronological. It is so much like what we would encounter when we would go into the general contractor's office, look at the blueprint, go back and forth through the pages, and the general contractor would point out key things that we need to know when other subs are going to be there, when they were going to put in sheetrock, insulation, because there would be things that we would have to have done before the other sub would get in there. But all of that data was there for our benefit and our part to play, and that contractor would point out stuff that he knew was critical for us to know, for our part to play in his plan, in building, this building, whatever it happened to be. So that is my observation about the way, and a key element to how Revelation is written. Okay? Well, there you go. Enjoy the journey, and, click the like button or something. I would appreciate it. So, thanks very much. See you on another day.